time I ask and everybody I talk to is that Fannie Mae is uncomfortable with economies that are heavily weighted in one industry. And when they see Houston, they see oil and gas. And they don't care for that. They also see, as insulated as it may have been as far as the housing market, or may not have been in the housing market, there's a lot of other factors that are involved. I mean, we can talk about, forward energy and things that are coming up in the future, but that's considered speculative. There's one thing Fannie's not is speculative. They are not your dry powder investors. We were talking about this earlier today. What do you mean?
Well, I was just going to say, since nobody really knows for sure, but my feeling on one of the reasons why Fannie and Freddie are so gun shy about this market, like Houston, is also because of insurance. Because when Katrina hit New Orleans, this is one of the reasons why we sold when we did, because I would see how insurance premiums went up after Katrina and Rita. Remember Rita, everybody vacated, but nothing happened. But the insurance companies use that as an excuse to raise premiums, and people's premiums went up 400 to 600% if you were south of I-10. And insurance is a variable that you cannot fix for long term. It's a 1-year renewable policy. And since then, and then we had Ike, of course, that's exposure for the lender. And now because of the damages and because of the insurance games that are going on, the lenders have a lot of exposure.
Valid point.
And they're losing a lot of dollars because of it.
Valid point.
You want me to?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't mind, Eric.
No, what's up?
Oh,
This is
second.
business. Open forum.
Yeah. Turn it off.
Hold up just a second, Scott. Okay.
Okay, so are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the questions that one of the questions is why is Houston, what's the exact red line?
Pre-review.
Pre-review, yeah, red line, that's.
That's fine. No, it's red line.
Okay. So why is it pre-reviewed and so heavily scrutinized by Fannie and Freddie? And one of the reasons that this is my own personal belief because of my experience as an owner and operator and broker, is that insurance policies are after Katrina and Rita hit and everybody vacated, even though there was no damage during Rita, everybody vacated, and immediately after that, insurance premiums went up anywhere from 400 to 600%. This is a very, very big hit, and because insurance policies are only renewable and fixed for 1 year, they renew every year, that's an exposure to the operator and also for lenders. Now, Ike hit, and when Ike hit, there's substantial property damage, and the insurance company's MO is pay out as little as possible and as long as possible, and it's stringing out a lot of owner and operators that can't keep up with mortgage payments and making improvements to the property while they're fighting the insurance companies. And the aftermath and the effect of all of that is that owners are having to let the property go. And now Fannie and Freddie are taking back properties with substantial hurricane damage. So not only are they having to foreclose on lots and lots of assets, but they're not really good assets because they've been severely damaged. And a lot of times now the onus is up to the banks to take on the insurance companies. The reason I have this kind of insight is one, because of all the dealings that I had brokering that took place after Katrina Rita hit. And as you all know, FEMA came in, they brought busloads of people, and they started filling it up. And that was another thing too, was that when the FEMA vouchers came through, Fannie and Freddie didn't necessarily book all the income that came from those vouchers as 100% documented income to support the debt service on the property. Is that right? From the vouchers?
Yeah, I haven't studied that. I don't know.
Well, I can tell you firsthand.
Local minutia.
Yeah, that's local minutia, but that is the case, because they knew they were temporary vouchers, and that after a year or whatever, after that program dried up, there was going to be some issues with people paying the rent. So, and the reason I know this is that I do consulting work with public insurance adjusters, and we see it left and right all the time. People are getting short paid and they're getting strung out in short chains, and so, anyway, so that's, I think we beat that one to death, but that is a reason, I think that's probably one of the stronger reasons why Fannie and Freddie are so, skittish in the Houston market. So,
Valid point. Thank you. So, what was that question you were asking? Why Houston?